So I only have 34 minutes left on this SD card. My other two SD cards are completely full, and so is my hard drives. But I do want to go over all the basics and go to the BMW dealership and spend most of my time at the BMW dealership looking at other examples of the X5 as well. So this is the xDrive 40i trim level. There are various other trim levels as well, but we get to that at the BMW dealership. Before I go over the styling, let me go over the key fob and all this stuff. So this is actually a different key fob. The 3 Series that I tested had like a black key fob. This is like a little chrome key fob, whatnot. So my keys are gonna be in the pocket and the doors are currently locked. I'm just gonna walk near the vehicle. It senses me and all the doors unlock. So if I walk away from the vehicle, you hear the beep and chime. I didn't press the button, it does it automatically. That's actually pretty cool. A lot of cars do that anyways, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and go over the styling. As you can see, the doors just locked itself again. This is a new generation of BMW. It doesn't have that huge, you know, grille that you get in the 7 Series and the new 3 Series and 4 Series. This is actually not even touching the headlights as well. The kidney grille is not touching the headlights like it is in the 3 Series. But the front of it, I mean, it's a BMW. I mean, I think no one can like mistake it for anything else. The size of the wheels in this vehicle, to me, it looks kind of small-ish, but I do like the design of it. Bridgestones is on it. I do like the little chrome, little outline around the doors. As you can see, the doors open up again. And a little chrome piece down over here. It's not too chromy, it's not too flashy. Reminds me of like the 300 that I reviewed earlier this year. And towards the rear, obviously it has the BMW signature with the tail lights and stuff like that. You do have actual dual exhaust back here, and they are real. It's a small little tip there, but it does at least come out to it. And it keeps beeping, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure there's a way you could turn that off, but I'm just gonna leave it on. And it locks again. And the side portions again, it doesn't wow me, you know, for a BMW X5. But nevertheless, this is the xDrive 40i. It's an xDrive 40i. So that's the exterior. Let's go to the interior real quick. Since the doors unlocked and locked multiple times, you can touch a little pad right here like you did in the BMW as well, but the doors are already unlocked. Let's just go ahead and get into it. It's a rainy day. I think the storm Delta is on this way. Gonna come through Nashville. Now, being 6'9", me sitting in this, I'm mainly going to compare this to the Range Rover Sport because, I mean, it's the same layout. We got a 5-seater SUV, you know, panoramic roof, all that good stuff. I believe this is a direct comparison to the Range Rover Sport. But anyways, everything in here, as you can see, very reminiscent of the 3 Series I tested. So I'm not gonna go too much in detail about it, but I will go over just, you know, some of the gist of it. Just in case it's actually the first video you're actually watching me test drive a BMW. Got your lights down here. All your windows are automatic. Memory seats over here. Got a nice beefy steering wheel for a BMW. It suits this car very well. Nice power shifters as well. They have a good feel to them. I love the gauge cluster, the same as this in 3 Series. Huge infotainment center. Easy to use climate control buttons. Cup holders, you still have the same little USB over here as well. You do have a little spot to charge up your phone wirelessly back over the back. Little storage space down here as well. And 12-volt socket. Press that down. But this is pretty much the same as well in the 3 Series. Open up the little side compartment right here. You do have another USB Type-C plug in down over there. Decent size down over here. Seats are comfortable. I can fit in it, you know, 6'9". I think I can fit in this better than the Range Rover. But overall, the layout, I think this is better than the Range Rover as well. Easy to use. Range Rover is a little too gimmicky for me. And over here, you have your trunk release right now. I guess that. All right, sitting back here. You do sit kind of lower in here versus the Range Rover Sport. The panoramic roof is nice and big. You do have a USB Type-C storage over here. And I have no idea what that is. I don't. Climate control down here as well for the rear seat passengers. There's no third row in the back. They do have an armrest right here. Push the little button down right here. Do you have cup holders and nice little storage space. Back here, it's comfortable. Little fixed points for your little child seats as well. And it's not so bad back here. Now, obviously, you got to scoot the seat up if you're 6'9" and above or 6'5". But yeah, you got nice cabin light over here. You got your air vent right here as well. Good amount of storage space. And a little space on the cubby, on the doors. So yeah, not too bad back here. Now you can't open up the trunk from the back over here, but I'm actually gonna press this button because I never noticed this button until last night when I drove the car. So I believe you pull it up or press it. There you go. You press it down. So it's a split tailgate. Just as you saw in the Range Rover at the dealership, the Range Rover just had the little option just to pull up the whole little hatch. This, you can split it, which I think is very nice. Oh, it's starting to rain now harder, so let's go ahead and get this over with. Storage space back here is actually pretty good. If you pull this little lever, if you pull the lever right here, you can obviously put down the seat and it falls flat. Obviously not gonna pull this out because my driver's side is, you know, sitting back, so it's not gonna do any good. But yeah, you press this button right here and it opens up automatically. Obviously got to push it back up and press this, and there you have it. All right, let's talk about the engine before it starts pouring down raining. You got to pull twice, once, and a second time. All the way up. Look at this bad boy right here. Oh, nice. Twin power turbo. This is a 3-liter inline 6. Has 335 brake horsepower and 330 foot-pounds of torque. Very similar horsepower, very similar torque figures as the Range Rover Sport. They actually tested as well. But this, oh, let me tell you, let me just shut up and drive it to let you experience it as well. This is something else. This inline 6 is so smooth. It's incredible. Made it to 8-speed automatic gearbox. Man, this thing is I can see why people love BMWs. But nevertheless, I'm gonna go for a little short drive while it's nice and bright. Go to the dealership. Hopefully they'll let me do the same thing. All right, so storage space again, kind of low. You got 28 minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this little quick acceleration while it's nice and bright, because this thing is hilariously fast. So right now it's a good spot for me. I'm kind of at an incline, so don't count this as a 0 to 60. But I'm gonna keep it in drive, put my foot on the brake, and put my foot on the gas a little bit, let the turbo spill up, and drop it. You can't do that in the Range Rover Sport. You can't. And this is just the inline 6, man. Just imagine like a twin turbo V8. That was properly quick. And it's actually really fun to drive as well, but I get more to the drive dynamics later on tonight. Let's head to the dealership. All right, guys, I'm at the same BMW dealership where I was with Richie with the 330i, and he actually gave me the keys to this X5 real quick, so let's look inside of it. I'm actually featured on with my granddad. I'm not gonna put him on camera, but he's on with us right now. So I actually can tell they actually got bigger wheels. I don't know this trim level right now. He just gave me the keys and like, hey, let's go for a little drive. So you got the X5, you got the S-Drive 40i. So let's go inside real quick. The doors are unlocked. Interior's about the same as well. Got a little wood trim over here. I don't see the lighting, but let me go ahead and start the vehicle. Same panoramic roof. The seats look actually a little different. I don't see the MSRP sheet on here. But the RPM gauge, let me see. I think it's on comfort. Let me put in sport. Everything looks the same as well, but comfort mode, the RPM gauge looks a little different. Trying to figure out what this is. So you got the battery over here. Is this a hybrid? I have no idea. Put it back in Eco. Yeah, the comfort looks completely different than the other one. Let's just show the RPM gauge. Let me go ahead and just pop up the hood real quick. Looks to me the same thing. It's a twin turbo power. I believe it's a 3-liter as well. But it's nice and quiet. So I got my face mask on. But Rich just gave me the keys. I mean, Saturdays, like I said, it's a very busy day, but I'm with my granddad. He doesn't want to be on camera. But we're gonna look at these other BMWs real quick before it starts pouring down raining. It's sprinkling, but we're gonna press on. To be honest with you, this is my favorite generation X5. I love the style of this. Yeah, the headlights is touching the grill, but to me, it just looks more aggressive. Doesn't matter which trim level you get in, the black face or the little chrome as well. But this is the X5. When I think of X5, I think of something like this. But this is what I really want to see, the X5 in competition. Look at these dual exhausts back over here. I love the white exterior paint as well. Man, this thing is just absolutely fantastic. Look at these brakes. I believe they're ceramic brakes. Got the little holes drilled into them. Yeah, now this is really aggressive BMW right here. Got a nice little insert for blue. I'm not for sure what that is, but that looks actually very nice. I like the X5 badging right here. Boy, I love to test drive this. Now, how much is this gonna set me back? $126,000. Oh my goodness. I want these seats, the steering wheel. I got M mode 1, M mode 2. Can't really see it. The gear lever is different. Man, I would love to test drive this. So we're inside looking at this X7 M50i. Got bigger wheels. Doesn't have the holes drilled into the brakes, but same brake calipers. You got the captain's chairs in here as well. Can't really see because of the lighting, but the interior lights are off. Third row. Let me dip the seat controls over here as well. Got the M brake pedals. Crystal knob. All that stuff. So you can actually heat and cool your beverage right here. Infotainment probably still the same. 108 grand. So hopping into the cabin, you got the little lighting. I think Mercedes did it first, but I mean, it's a nice place to be in. Yeah, no complaints about the inside. What is weird is the way the window switches are. You slightly press it, put on automatic, they go down, but they all go down very slow for some odd reason. And the same by going up as well. They go the exact same speed going up. I mean, it's a little, you know, complaint, but I mean, it's something that caught my attention. But enough of that. Let me go ahead and turn off the lights and go for a nice little drive. Get a little acceleration here. Man, this engine is fantastic. I wish I had this engine in the 3 Series. Oh man, the 4-cylinder was actually pretty good, but yeah, this is what I was looking for a BMW. It just, for some reason, the power delivery is so different versus the Range Rover Sport. It's quicker to respond. It feels like it just have like 400 brake horsepower versus 300. Yeah, that is what I was expecting out of a BMW. So just imagine if this is the X5 competition. You know, I'm so glad I did not get the chance to drive the X5 competition. Man, I don't. So I drove about 300 miles, 300 plus miles on one tank, and I still have 130 miles left on range. And trust me, guys, listen, I've been putting in sport mode multiple times, turn off the traction control. I did a few launches, and I tell you, I'm surprised I've yet to fill up. This is 300 miles pretty much on the city driving. I don't know the exact MPGs right now on top of my head, but man, let me tell you, I think this does pretty good gas mileage. I'm going to say that on record. Now, I'm not even going to cut that out. The engine is nice and quiet. You can barely hear it. Now, you put in sport mode, you do hear a little exhaust, you know, when it changes gears and stuff like that. But this is very stealth. The engine is very stealth, very quiet, very taut. Does it complain? Does it skip a beat? Better responsive, like I said, than a Range Rover Sport's turbocharged V6. Yeah, this is nice. I don't have that gimmicky, you know, screen for the climate control. I could just do it at ease right now. And this is nice. It's easy to drive as well. The Range Rover is easy as well, but this is just better in every aspect, except for off-roading. That I will give the Range Rover. It did. The air suspension did work its wonders, going over bumps. I gotta give credit where it's due. This 8-speed is fantastic. I've driven Chargers. I'm pretty sure it's the same ZF's transmission. I'm pretty sure it's the same type of transmission, but let me tell you, this is the best transmission I've ever driven, period. All right, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on this SD card. The vehicle is off, and here is my final thoughts of the BMW X5 xDrive 40i. Yes, that's the name. Just walked off and then now the door's locked. Honestly, I can understand why people will buy a vehicle like this. Is it for me? Not really. After experiencing the Range Rover Sport and having the privilege to actually drive this, I can now understand this market just a little bit more. It handles well, it's comfortable, the visibility is great. You do feel safe and secure. It's very powerful. You do have road dominance as well. It's not as big as the X7, but I don't think people really need that much of an SUV. So this is actually good for a small family. So it's your choosing. I mean, it's your choosing. This is your type of market for SUVs. Then yeah, obviously test this out. And if you do test it out, go to that BMW dealership and go talk to Richard and get yourself a BMW. So this is Omar from my point of view. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.